Thomas stumbled out of the time portal, his eyes adjusting slowly to the bright lights of the unfamiliar room. He rubbed his temples, trying to shake off the disorienting effects of the jump. The last thing he remembered was being on a mission to repair a malfunctioning robotic factory on the planet Zorvith. Now he was here, wherever here was. The room was small, with walls lined with humming machinery and a single door with a small window that showed a swirling vortex of colors. A console in the center of the room beeped softly, displaying a string of cryptic messages. Thomas approached it cautiously, his hand hovering over the interface. Identity scan initiated, a crisp voice announced as a bright light enveloped Thomas. He felt a strange tingling sensation, as if his very identity was being unraveled and reassembled. Identity confirmed. The voice continued. Thomas Reed, Galactic Repair Technician, Level 4 Authorization. Thomas's eyes widened as the console displayed a map of the galaxy, with several points highlighted in red. Missions awaiting, the voice said. Choose a destination. Thomas's mind raced as he scanned the list. What was he doing here? How did he get here? And what kind of missions was he supposed to undertake? He took a deep breath, trying to clear his head. One thing at a time, he pointed to the first mission on the list. Planetary Anomaly Detection, Planet Xylophia-IV. The words echoed in his mind as the room began to blur and dissolve around him. Thomas felt the familiar sensation of being pulled through space-time, his stomach lurching with the acceleration. When the distortion cleared, Thomas found himself standing on a grassy hill overlooking a serene landscape. The sky was a deep shade of indigo, and the air was filled with a sweet, musical hum. A gentle breeze carried the whispers of an unrecognizable language. A figure approached him, clad in a flowing white robe, its face obscured by a featureless mask. "Welcome, Thomas Reed," it said, its voice like a soft breeze. "I am the caretaker of Xylophia-IV. Your mission is to investigate the anomaly in the planet's core." Thomas nodded, still disoriented from the jump. "What kind of anomaly?" "The planet's core is singing," the caretaker replied, its mask tilting slightly. "The resonance is disrupting the fabric of space-time. We require your expertise to diagnose and repair the anomaly." Thomas's eyes scanned the horizon, taking in the tranquil scenery. Something didn't add up. "Where's the equipment?" he asked, expecting a team of scientists and engineers to be waiting in the wings. The caretaker gestured to a small, elegant box hovering beside it. "Your toolkit is provided. The planet will guide you to the anomaly." Thomas's hand closed around the box, feeling the familiar shape of his trusty multi-tool inside. He took a deep breath, adjusting to the surreal surroundings. This was going to be a very strange mission. As he descended into the planet's crust, the hum grew louder, resonating through every cell in his body. The air vibrated with an otherworldly energy, making his teeth ache. Thomas's gut told him that this was no natural phenomenon. The planet's guidance, manifested as a gentle tug on his wrist, led him through winding tunnels of iridescent rock. The walls pulsed with a soft, blue-green light, as if the planet's very essence was alive and watching him. Finally, he arrived at the core of the anomaly, a shimmering, crystal-like structure that seemed to be the source of the singing. Thomas's multi-tool beeped, detecting unusual energy patterns emanating from the crystal. Suddenly, the crystal began to glow brighter, and the humming grew more intense. Thomas stumbled back, covering his ears, as the planet's song reached a deafening crescendo. The air was charged with an electric sense of anticipation. In the heart of the crystal, a vision coalesced. A figure, shrouded in shadows, speaking in a language that sounded like the music of the spheres. The figure reached out, and Thomas felt an electric jolt run through his mind. "Thomas Reed," the figure whispered, "you have been chosen to receive the knowledge of Xylophia-IV. The fabric of reality is unraveling. You will be the key to repairing the damage." Thomas's mind reeled as the vision faded, leaving him stunned and disoriented. The planet's song still echoed in his mind, a haunting melody that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. As the vision faded, Thomas stumbled backward, his mind struggling to process the revelation. The planet's song still resonated within him, a haunting echo that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. The caretaker's mask glowed softly in the darkness, its presence a steady anchor in the storm of Thomas's thoughts. "The knowledge of Xylophia-IV," it said, its voice like a gentle breeze, "is a burden you must carry. You will be contacted when the time comes." Thomas's mind was a jumble of questions, but before he could ask any, the caretaker vanished, leaving him alone in the heart of the planet. The crystal, now dormant, seemed to pulse with a gentle, blue-green light, as if waiting for him to unlock its secrets. As he made his way back to the surface, Thomas felt the weight of the knowledge settling upon him, a crushing burden that threatened to consume him. He knew that his mission was far from over. It was only just beginning. Back in the room with the time portal, Thomas found a message waiting for him. "Report to Galactic Central for debriefing. Further instructions will be provided." The console beeped once, and the room began to blur, pulling Thomas back through the swirling vortex of colors. He felt the familiar disorientation of the time jump, but this time, he knew that he was not the same man who had stumbled out of the portal earlier. As the distortion cleared, Thomas found himself in a bustling hub of activity, surrounded by towering skyscrapers and chaotic streets. The sign above the nearest building read, "Galactic Central Bureau of Temporal Affairs." Thomas's heart sank as he realized he was now entangled in a far larger web of intrigue. A sleek, silver-haired woman, dressed in a tailored black suit, approached him, her eyes narrowing as she scanned his face. "Thomas Reed, you're late," she said, her voice like chilled steel. "Debriefing is scheduled for 0900 hours. You're already 15 minutes behind schedule." Thomas rubbed his temples, still trying to process the revelations on Xylophia-IV. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice a little hoarse from the time jump. "I'm Agent Rachel Kim, your liaison with the Bureau of Temporal Affairs," she replied, her expression unyielding. "You're now a key player in a far larger game, Thomas. The fabric of time is unraveling, and you are a crucial piece in the puzzle." As Agent Kim led him through the labyrinthine corridors of Galactic Central, Thomas caught glimpses of glowing blueprints, cryptic messages, and technicians scrambling to repair damaged timelines. The air was thick with tension, and Thomas sensed that he was being drawn into a maelstrom of intrigue that threatened the very fabric of reality.